Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is flippin' Friday. My gosh, what a beautiful day it is. I am so excited that it is Friday, and we are in a beautiful part of town today. Sorry I'm joining about a minute late with you. Work is interesting, so always got to talk about something and address something, right? So sorry about that. We are here in Results 1 over in beautiful Dr. Phillips. This is such a nice part of town, very diverse part of town when it comes to what's available here. I feel like I repeat this every day. It's both residential and commercial and tourist. You're talking west side of Orange County, or kind of central Orange County. You're dealing with a more of a family-oriented part of town, a lot of single-family homes, the YMCA, restaurants, stuff like that. And where we are currently sitting at right now is at Dr. Phillips and Wallace Road. So this is residential as it comes, and I'm actually, you can see the YMCA. I used to attend that YMCA when I lived down this way. So we were sent here by viewer Steven. I like your name. And I've had a twitch lately in my shoulder. It's weird. He's talking about some street signs, some signage that is out here that he had some questions about. Now, I have not driven any of it yet because I was waiting for you to hop in with me, and wanted to explore it fresh with you guys. So let's do just that and see what's going on. Little recap of what's going on. Again, we're here, Dr. Phillips, over in the central Orange County area. My mouth is so dry. So put on that front camera and see what's going on. So we're currently facing west on Wallace, but we are going to go and make a right up here and go north on Dr. Phillips Boulevard and see what we see. Now, Bridget Ellison lives close to this part of town and was telling me that there are some school zones out here, and she is so right. So let's take a cruise. Let's see what we got. All right, so we're gonna go west and then north right on Dr. Phillips. We've got the green, still required to have that turning signal. And there's instant signage all over the place, right? So we see crosswalk indicators, pedestrian indicators. So that is first thing, Dr. Phillips Elementary School to my right-hand side here. So as you continue northbound here from Wallace, once you clear the intersection, I'm not seeing anything but no parking signs located all over the place. Obviously, they don't want you parking on the shoulder. Currently, my vehicle says the speed limit is 45 miles an hour posted in here. I have yet to see a sign for speed yet, but here we go. All right, 45 miles an hour. And then right after this sign, two signs that say 40. So here, it'd go from 45 to 40 instantly. And then now we're in a 40 mile an hour posted sign. There was no sign indicating that this was a active school zone or a school zone speed at 40. That sign clearly indicated speed limit here is 40 miles per hour. We'll continue up one more intersection, so maybe we find one more sign to confirm whatever we're seeing out here, and then we're going to go south and check it out. But I want to go south to Sand Lake and then turn back around. But that may have been the exact signage that Stephen was talking about when he sent us that message. But we're still technically in a 40 mile per hour zone because there's been no other indication otherwise. So I'm assuming we're in a 45 and then it changes to 40 because look here, sign to the right. We are still in a 40, confirming that double 40 zone are actual signage. So we're going to pull into this neighborhood up over here so I can get turned around because there's cars behind me. So we're here at Pine Springs and Dr. Phillips Boulevard in the Dr. Phillips neighborhood in central Orange County. So we're going to get turned around. Got to yield for people in the crosswalk. Always look up ahead. You should not be distracted, especially in residential neighborhoods. You never know. I know we're supposed to be responsible for our kids, but hey, look, mind of their own, right? So southbound, 45. So I'm in a 45 zone. Interesting. So southbound lanes indicate 45 miles per hour. So I am solely not going off of what I feel. I am going off of what is indicating. So we're in a 45 zone. Signage up here is now saying 40 miles per hour with digital signs saying, hey, slow down kind of thing. So boom, 40 miles an hour now, southbound. Northbound through here is also 40. So we're going to continue. Coming up on Wallace again here shortly. I'm going to move over to the right lane. I'm curious what the average speed is for some of the cars out here. You know what's really cool? We have a speed gun in here that we can show you what's going on. Maybe we'll check it out. So it's still 40 all the way through here. We just passed where the northbound is 40, but southbound still 40. And I think I know why, but we'll explain that in just a second. So as we're cruising southbound, signage is 40 mile an hour. I want to cross over Wallace mainly because that's where we entered from. I do want to see what the signs indicate speed is south of Wallace. But Steven, I think I already have an answer for you, brother. This is the questions I want from you guys. All right, we go over Wallace. We're in a 40 zone. We clear the YMCA, 45 miles per hour. So it goes up 5 more miles per hour after Wallace. And remember, speeds are active at the sign. Active at the sign. Not when you see them. They start at the sign. So we're here in that little S curve, cupping up on, where are we at? Delia Drive, or Della Drive. All right, we're gonna get turned around here because if not, Sand Lake's a mess. Steven, I think I got an answer for you, man. But I just want to go north, and then we will have a full confirmation for you. But I think I got you. This was a good one. I like explainers. Explainers are good, especially when I can explain it. I am waiting for the one day that I get out somewhere and I'm going to be like, listen, I have no clue what's going on. All right. U-turn. All right, we're now northbound. So speed here is 45. Northbound. Approaching Della Drive. Orange County Library to the right. We are on northbound Dr. Phillips Boulevard. Sand Lake's behind us. We're getting ready to approach Wallace. We're out here addressing what the speed limits are. And you've got to just remember, whatever is posted when it's posted is what the rules are. I'm going to repeat that. Whatever is posted, where it's posted, when you encounter it, is the pattern of how the traffic laws would flow, right? So we're 45 miles an hour, approaching Wallace here. And I understand, and I'm actually going to pull over when I see the sign, because I do want to explain this. All right, northbound Dr. Phillips, we're clearing Orange Tree neighborhood here. And this is the money right here. This is it. And we're going to talk about it real quick, explain this. So I think it's pretty easy, and I think this is actually kind of fun because we're able to break this down real simply, all right? So we are facing northbound Dr. Phillips. Dr. Phillips' speed limit from Sand Lake to north of Wallace is 45 miles per hour. As you're approaching the next intersection, there's a sign that says 45 miles an hour. Speed limit's still 45. But just a couple of feet north of there are two signs with a digital speed detector that says 40 miles per hour. The speed limit, once you hit those signs, are 40 miles per hour. Why are those signs so close? It's because they were put in after the 45 mile an hour sign. So obviously a study was done out here, and they dropped the speed in a midsection of Dr. Phillips Boulevard. So from Sand Lake to here is 45. But once you hit these signs, it's 40. I understand that, yes, they're very close to each other, but that's just the way it was done because they needed this stretch to wherever next is to be 40 miles per hour. Pretty simple when you think about it. And the signs are fairly clear on this. The signs are fairly clear. They indicate pretty much exactly what I'm explaining, but I understand because they are so close to each other, things can be a little confusing. Like, why would you put two speed signs within such close proximity of each other if you're dropping the speed so fast? And it's only because one was put in after the other and not at the same time, which totally understandable because, hey, studies are done, new houses are put in, new facilities kind of pop up, and things change. So you've got to do studies, you've got to change the speeds and stuff like that. So I am getting the GoPro because we're just going to hop out here real quick, and I want to show it to you because I understand why the confusion is there, especially with them in such close proximity to each other. No camera? Oh, interesting. So, northbound Dr. Phillips out here, guys. We are hanging out and watching these speed signs. Again, pretty simple. It does look like my GoPro is dead, but I'm going to replace it real quick. So, as you encounter the signs is how you pay attention and how you follow the instructions. Just like anything else, that car going way too fast. And it's kind of funny because it seems like they don't care, but yet they're the ones living out here. It's odd, very odd to me how that works. I do remember a few times back in my day that I'd get a traffic complaint, and it would never fail that usually the one complaining tends to be rather guilty of some of the issues when you get out there. It's always fun to see that. All right, there we go. yeah, speed sign, 45 mile an hour. Then, less than 100 feet, sign changes to 40. This is okay. I understand the signs are close to each other, but this sign was here first. A study was probably done, and then those were implemented because of the digital. It can be confusing because they're so close, but there really shouldn't be much confusion because it's been 45 since Sand Lake, and then you've been doing 45 all the way up to here. It's not like it is a 55 and then a 40. Makes sense? So encounter the speeds as you see them. Of course, once they change, then change your speed. Pretty simple stuff. So thanks for joining Dr. Phillips today. Of course, the fresh and beautiful Results One hanging out here. So there is no error out here. I can understand the confusion, but there is no error in speed signs, especially because it does not up. It's been 45 since about a mile, and this just happens to be the next 45 sign before they had implemented the new 40 mile an hour sign. So appreciate you guys joining us today, or joining me at least, kind of alone out here. And always drive safely. Wear that seatbelt, please. Like real, please. Have a great weekend, guys. And I'll see you on Monday.